Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're back for another episode of Kenshi. Made it back to the gates of Rebirth. After all this time, we've come full circle. The war has officially begun, and we're going to save Hex. We're not choosing a sneaky path, and we're going to face the Holy Nation head on. This is only the start of our conquest against the Holy Nation, though. They will pay for the crimes that they've committed. At this point, though, we're fighting an uphill battle. These Holy Sentinels are stronger than anything we've ever fought before, and so we'll have to train up quickly. Hopefully, though, once we started freeing some slaves, we can manage to recruit a handful of them. That way we can continue to increase our strength. To start things off, though, we decided to drag some of the guards outside of Rebirth. That way we're out of range of their turrets and can fight the guards on our terms. With this initial skirmish almost won, one of our warriors begins looting the guards, trying to take any weapon that he can. That way, in case they wake up, they won't have anything to fight us back with. With this first battle won, we need to quickly mend our injuries. That way we're prepared for the next assault. Once our force is ready, Planks moves forward once again to get the attention of the guards. Like before, we're just trying to pull some of the guards outside of the city. The turrets will absolutely shred us if we fight beneath them, so we need to whittle down the number of guards as much as we can before we actually approach the city. Plank only managed to get the attention of a few guards this time. However, a few is better than none, and so we begin fighting. We need to be mindful, though, the longer we stay here to fight on this road, the greater the chances are that we'll have a patrol start coming through, and those patrols might even have high paladins and inquisitors with them, and if we have to face those now, then it might be bad for us. That threat won't deter us, though, and we'll start taking out these racist holy nations, one guard at a time. As we fight, a few of our warriors start to collapse. However, our medics who are sitting on standby immediately rush in to provide aid. Once that fight concludes, it's time for us to head back to our base camp so we can start tending to our wounds and getting some rest before the next battle. We hold position here at our base camp for about a day and a half to mend our wounds. Even though we were only fighting a few of the Holy Sentinels, we're still a little bit weak compared to them, and so each battle took their toll. Throughout this entire siege, they've left Hex tied up to this pole. It's almost as if they know we were coming for her, and spent this time making her life as miserable as possible. Before we were able to get everyone fully healed, though, it appears that some bandits were able to locate our camp, and then began their assault. There's only a few of them, though. I don't know what exactly they were trying to accomplish, but they certainly couldn't defeat us. Everyone now fully healed and rested, it's time to push our assault on the Holy Nation once again, and we begin charging towards the gates of Rebirth. This time we're attacking at night, so maybe we'll be able to catch them off guard and a few of them will be asleep. This time we're going to hit the gate head on, try to do as much damage on the inside as we can. However, we are still severely outnumbered and outmatched with all the guards here, so we have to rely on these guerrilla tactics until we have the edge. It appears though that the only gate guard remaining was this one turret guard. Hopefully we can take him out and then proceed through the rest of the camp without any issues. The first thing we need to do is start clearing these barracks. If there's any guards sleeping, that's where they're going to be, and that's where the bulk of their force would sleep. As expected, many of the guards were here asleep, failing to notice us attack the gate earlier, but now the fight's back on, and we're in a tight quarter. Since we caught these guards unaware, they stand a little chance to defend against our onslaught, as they all get chopped down. Unfortunately though, even though we're taking control of this building, it doesn't look like we can utilize the beds that are here, which means we're going to have to fall back at some point, back to our base camp to rest, which may give the Holy Nation time to refortify this area. In order to do that though, they'd have to pull guards away from other areas, which means we'll continue to drain this camp of its guards. We do our best though to heal our companions as they fall, and grab as many weapons as we can from the guards. These Holy Nation Sentinels have sharp weapons, so it's imperative that we heal our people as quickly as possible so they don't bleed out. Also, if we're able to loot the weapons from the guards, then if they manage to heal and recover, at least they won't have a weapon to fight us back with. Additionally, each guard has a first aid kit on them, which is great to keep up with our medical supplies as this fight is prolonged. After the fight's won, we take shelter in the barracks, closing the door, where we try to heal off at least our major wounds. We spend a little bit of time looting through the building while we're tending to our wounds, but once we're ready, we proceed on to the next building. It looks like this building also still has a few guards in it, and I'm amazed that they didn't hear any of the previous commotion. It looks like our night raid was a great success, allowing us to fight off sections of the camp at a time without drawing the attention of everyone. Billy closes off the door to the building. We remained inconspicuous this long. Hopefully we can keep it that way as we clear out this building. By the looks of this building, it appears they were trading out of here. Hopefully we can find some additional food as well as some supplies while we're here, since that previous barracks barely had anything in it at all. They don't have many guards in this building, but it is a very tight space. The Holy Nation weapons have very long reach, allowing them to hit several of our companions with each swing, and with us being so packed together, it can become brutal for us quickly. Thankfully though, our healers are really great, and between Fumin and Billy, they managed to keep up with everyone's injuries fairly quickly. We're starting to lose a handful of people though at this point. We had a really good run, but it might be time to start falling back so we can fully heal our injuries before proceeding on to the next fight. We need to be careful while fighting in Rebirth, because if they overwhelm us, then it's a very good possibility that they'll just enslave our whole army, and at that point we'd be back at square one. We won the fight in this building. We then loot it for anything that might be valuable, as well as medical supplies and food. It's time now to start healing some of our warriors, and instead of sending everyone back at once, we decided to leave a small group of our least injured warriors behind. That way they can defend this area so the Holy Nation can't fully regroup while we're gone. Orin, Ruka, and Burn hold their position, giving everyone else the opportunity to heal and rest up. As our main force is leaving, we see a group of slave mongers walking into Rebirth. This is bad though, as they'll bolster the forces of Rebirth. Hopefully though, they don't immediately attack our warriors that are hanging back. There'd be no match for a group of that size. If we're lucky though, they'll start leaving before the rest of our army is healed up. If not though, we're gonna have to take them out. It appears luck is on our side today though, and they immediately turn around as they see our army leaving. Our injured warriors finally made it back to camp. Now they can really start healing up their injuries, getting back to full strength. Our warriors that were holding the front line are doing their best to keep things pushed back. However, it's getting messy over there pretty quickly. Unfortunately though, they're not strong enough to win this fight. They decide to fall back before it's too late and they get captured. But leaving the city in this manner is just going to drag guard attention back to our camp, so we're going to have to face those guards sooner or later. We attempt to fight them at the base of the gate. We know we defeated the turret guards, so hopefully we should be alright. As this fight prolongs though, more guards continue to rush in, and we quickly get outnumbered. Trying our best to hold back the guards, our three warriors rush back over to deal with the new turret guards that have come up. However, Ruka gets nailed in the chest and is immediately knocked out. Bren and Orin are some of our best warriors though, and they can hold their own in a fight pretty well. We still got the weapons of the guards though, just to better increase our odds. This fight is getting risky and we need to pull out as quickly as we can. However, this one Holy Sentinel refuses to go down, and more guards continue showing up, so it's time we make our escape. Bren grabs Ruka, and then they all head for the gate, trying to make it back to camp. As they're falling back though, one of the guards continues chasing after them. Not wanting to lure the guard straight back to our camp, we decide to face him head on. If it's only one, we should be able to take him. However, this is where I'm going to end things off for today. We've made significant progress with weakening the guards in Rebirth. We've successfully won our first two fights, and haven't had any casualties from our side yet. This war is still a long way from one though, but this is the closest we've been in quite some time to being able to free Hex. The Siege of Rebirth will be a message to the Holy Nation that we're not messing around anymore and that war has begun. We plan to eradicate them from Kenshi. In order to do that, though, we'll have to take out their food sources as well as start sieging their cities. For that to be possible, though, our whole army is going to need to get stronger. Will we successfully siege Rebirth, or will we end up captured and slaves once again? Find out what happens next time in part 20. And if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.